Yes, what I was going to say is that we cannot get distracted with other things. We need to do the event. I am super, super excited for it. And thankfully, this time I have not seen spoilers. I mean, I have seen people posting about Ahau and Kakuku, but I haven't really seen anything that can be considered a spoiler. So let's go. I can see Kinich and Charlotte.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there. Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird?
Yeah.
We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that Charlotte? And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kinich?
It is him.
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Oh, Charlotte is not voiced. Okay, we're doing lots of reading. Hold up. This one's a gem. Illegal restaurant called Serving Saurian Stew. Proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Got it. Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
We're already getting to Nouvillette getting stabbed. My oh my, that can't be for real. Fine. I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What?
Yes, what?
Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded? No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
Surely not. If it is, we're all toast. I thought I heard familiar voices. Well, if it isn't Bookworm and Paimon. I mean Traveler and Paimon, but you know what I mean. What a coincidence. Mr. Kinich and I were talking about you two just a few minutes ago. Unfortunately for me, he's a very loyal friend. I pressed him for some juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. Why, thank you, Kinich. We haven't really formally introduced each other to each other, but thank you for not saying anything about me. So, anything you want to share with me about the great Bookworm's triumphant exploits in Natlan? Miss Bookworm has not yet been there. It was a team effort. Modest as ever. Anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock.
Can we please talk about Nouvillette?
What the heck was all that about a Saurian meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Every other Natlan character uses tea from the poor Saurians. Is that really what you're going to be surprised? Oh, Dad, we were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that what you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories.
Yeah, I guess so.
Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry you had to see such an unflattering side of Fontaine, Mr. Kinich. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who've still got a shred of integrity will at least clarify the truth in the main body of the article. Although the misleading headline is still an underhanded trick to draw readers in. But others, like the one we were just reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrications.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
He's giving them a whole 1%? That's pretty lenient of you, Mr. Kinich. That's what I'm saying.
Huh? Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
And there goes a how.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
True.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, it's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
And if you're wondering why the Udex didn't preside over the trial, it's because this case was assigned to another judge right from the outset. There is another judge? It's not as if the Palais Mermonia only has one judge. We can't expect Monsieur Novilette to handle every single case himself. Really, I always thought he was like the one and only. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Kenich's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kenich.
It was all a misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not, but it'd be an even better world for me if Mr. Kinich here would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
Probably. Drat, you saw right through me. I guess I will put it down to the keen instincts of a renowned saurian hunter. Any response to that, or...?
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kenich the speechless! Kenich the tongue-tied!
Have they removed the X sign on the backside of a how?
Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me again? Of course! That's a brilliant idea. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent, but at the end of the day, it's your call. Anyway, I should probably be getting back to work. I also need to go track down a gestionnaire and report these increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again. And there she goes.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That how thing that popped out before, or was it a how? It kind of looked like a how, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a how.
What's wrong with the how?
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Yeah, he disappears pretty quickly. Is it because of the rule that you can't have flying objects around? Maybe he's not acclimatizing very well to Fontaine.
Could be.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling well.
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving in Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine City limits during the first 3 days of each month.
Oh, I get it now. And I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does. Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kanich holds onto a how's tail, he'll be considered an almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying almighty Dragon Lord.
Poor How.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But a How wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon.
Just imagining it is funny.
That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two.
So now we're going to have a helium balloon.
If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure, seeing a How angry always makes my day. Sure, always up for a bit of fun. Let's not all gang up on a How.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
Okay. Oh, it looks so awesome. Just from above, this whole area is new for the event, right? It's awesome. There's some things from Sumeru as well. I wonder if we'll get to see any characters from Sumeru. I mean, aside from NPCs, of course. Ah, look for objective. Okay.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da!
Oh, whoa.
But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There is something oddly familiar about the way you talk. Who are you again?
Oh no, you've forgotten me? Oh, does graph adversarial technology ring any bells? It's me, Lapine Pauline!
Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with some proper work lately? That's so rude, the first one.
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all of my life savings into it too!
Oh, Miss Pauline. That's not a very smart move.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
And that's the regular How back here.
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Oh, who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Can you imagine a ton of a house? Oh, that would be disastrous.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be!
Oh, even poor Pauline.
And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Oh, Pauline. I think this will become a recurring phrase for me, this quest.
Idiot meets idiot.
Yep.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Navia.
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, President of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
Ah, my trusty partner. Very well, thanks. Even better now that you're here. That sounds a bit too much. Ah, my trusty partner.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
Kenich has got a point here.
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, she's so polite towards him. How is he going to react to that? That must be so strange to him. Yep.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name.
Are we going to know Navia as tamer of dragons from now on?
Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
How's totally being treated like a little cuddly pet?
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night.
I just realized that they're treating Ahau basically like a tiny dog that barks at everything.
Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Oh, poor Pauline.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event, and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
Like Furina's. One of Furina's summons.
That's right! The one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran!
I'm so glad I don't need to read this because I don't think I can pronounce it.
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Furina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal, a win-win arrangement.
I'm so glad that they include Furina in so many things. She deserves the world.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, Traveler, are you at all interested in taking part?
I guess so. I don't think I get a choice here.
It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Or I'll think about it. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant.
I hope they don't have spoilers for her quest. I haven't done it yet.
Look over there!
Oh, she's going at it.
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
Whoa. Okay, the voice actress has done an incredible job, but I'm the kind of person who doesn't do well with yelling. I will be really scared of Escoffier during her quest, am I not? Going to be like that? Oh, poor guy, whoever it is.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make a How go be her assistant.
Oh, that would be a pairing I would pay to see.
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
Sure thing. Okay. It looks like a very fun, light-hearted quest, but we'll see. We'll see if it's really like that, or if there's some dark secret somewhere to be found. Can I talk with anyone? Why are there so many crabs on this deck?
Fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
Oh, that was so... Poor guys, look at them. Thinking, what did I do with my life? Okay, let's talk with Lapine Pauline.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary.
Okay.
The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later, bringing ammunition with them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
I guess so.
Oh.
I feel exactly like Lapine Pauline right now.
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Is that Ifa?
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Ifa, it's got to be Ifa.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there.
Okay.
But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
She trekked all the way there? She knows that there is an aquabus, right? It's right over the corner.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice.
I'm not surprised here.
Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside. And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why
Time for a timeout, old-timer.
What the hell?
Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun.
Sorry, my throat is a bit bad. I'm sorry, everyone.
Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
Oh, she even got a bubble for thinking.
Something like this.
Oh. It has this kind of ancient dragon style on top. But it's not really Ifa's gun. Ifa's guns look very, very different. Okay, that's getting a bit interesting.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise.
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan.
Yeah, that design is unmistakably from the dragon kind of things we saw in the volcano, in the city in the sky.
Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Why is he looking at us? He wants to talk with us, I bet. Thanks a lot, Lepine Pauline. Can't wait for the event to get started.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all! The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs! Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration!
It seems like Kinich has something to say. Let's go find a quiet spot. After saying goodbye to Lepine Pauline, you and
I'm
Kinich...
sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
You and Kinich find somewhere you can chat. It looked ancient. Exactly.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I think I'll join you.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
I guess I should catch up. Out of a mixture of curiosity and concern, you and Paimon head back to the Court of Fontaine for a stroll around. Huh? Oh, I thought... Okay. We are actually now meeting with Kinich. Yesterday, we saw the picture of that strange hand cannon from Natlan that had uniquely dragon architecture and style-like features. So I'm pretty sure it's from there, and Kinich thinks so too. But I don't see Kinich should be coming with us, right? So we're going to meet with Ororon and Ifa now.
Oh man.
Bro!
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Why didn't they introduce Ifa as well? I have not met Ifa in this account.
Ororon, what are you doing here? And who's this?
Paimon doesn't know it?
Allow me to introduce you.
That's very weird.
Bro, meet bro.
Which bro are we talking about?
A bro who heals other bros.
I wonder, does it become like this because we haven't made Ifa? Because in my main account I did the whole event last patch. Like, I know who Ifa is. I know his story. I know about his ancestor. It would be very weird if this is the conversation we get there.
Ah, that bro. Nice to meet you, bro.
You guys.
Please, if Paimon hears the word bro one more time.
I have to record this.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Paimon. I had no idea you were allergic to bro talk. Quick, Ifa. Paimon needs medical intervention.
Seriously, bro? I mean, dude, sometimes I honestly can't tell if you're being serious or just messing around. And Kinich, come on, brother. We've known each other for how long now, and even you won't let me off the hook?
It's quite hard to resist.
In that case, guess I'll have to introduce myself. Hey, traveler, I've heard a lot about you. I'm Ifa, a vet from the Flower Feather Clan.
That's very weird. Nice to meet you, bro.
Oh no, not you too. Oh, that wasn't directed at you, Ifa. It's nice to meet you.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why you're all here, of course.
For vegetables. I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Is that right?
No.
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Ifa and I are here.
I don't know why, but it sounds very weird to me. I mean, Fontaine is huge. Can't they grow their own vegetables?
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
All of them, or Citlali?
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Poor Ifa.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Ifa, and I just turned 5.
Oh my... The voice actor did a perfect job. Nice to meet you, Leo bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
It all sounds very strange to me. Why is she... Why does she know about Kakuku but not if... I don't get it. I don't get it. Am I the only one who doesn't get the whole conversation? Why doesn't she know about Ifa? Why does Ifa need to introduce himself but we know who Kakuku is?
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Ifa, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
That sounds so strange.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
Who wrote this conversation?
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Oh, who knows?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
Wait, my brain literally lagged behind, but when Ifa said you two, he was probably thinking that Kinich was flying around and he was the flying object. Oh god.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
I guess that's what flying objects do. Okay. Now that I think about it, first of all, Kakuku is a bird. Do they have like a... Don't they allow even birds to fly at that time in Fontaine? That would be ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door.
Let's go.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kakuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Ifa, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
What is Ororon's cape made of to be able to fly with it? I've never thought of that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying.
Sorry, my throat was a bit bad.
I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Oh, Paimon.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
Awesome Saurus? Seriously, who wrote the conversations in this part? He or she should get a raise. In other words, right now in this building there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
Alright, everyone's an awesome Saurus! Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
As it happens, Kinich and I were just heading over to the Palais Mermonia for something else.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Ororon, shouldn't Ifa be giving that permission, and shouldn't he also not give us that permission at all to begin with?
Wait, since when was that up to you?
That's what I said!
Well, then it's your call, bro.
Alright then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
No, don't pull his feathers. That's so sad.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Do they have something else to say?
Back when we first met Kakuku in the wild and I begged you to take him under your wing, I never imagined you'd end up spoiling him rotten.
Oh, that's so cute.
And I never imagined you'd be nagging me about it.
Oh, well, I definitely saw that coming.
Huh?
You're only 5 years old after all.
Of course, of course. Honestly, whoever wrote this, a race, a big race. Let's go, let's find
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
Am I? Why is she looking lovingly at her hat? Are there... I have never come here with the characters, so I'm not sure if... I mean with this character. I have obviously done lots of quests in here with my main account, but...
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
Okay, she's just saying whatever she just said before.
What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
Okay. Okay, so Kakuku has done some damage. There are people looking lovingly at their fallen things. Oh, so nice for her. There is no one here. Sedine? There are strange sounds coming from Monsieur Novillette's. There are strange sounds coming from Monsieur Novillette's office. Do you think we should go in and check on him? Well, I will. Okay. This was what was teased in the trailer. I'm super excited.
No way, bro!
Novillette is voiced! Yes! He has one of my favorite voices.
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
For real now.
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Is Wrightsley's voice different?
Oh, you know one another.
He's a bro. He's a bro of a bro. Let's just go with one, please.
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner.
Is his voice different or not? I can't understand that.
Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
It sounds a bit different.
For real?
Kokuko's voice sounds just a tiny bit different as well.
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work.
I love Neuvillette's voice. Absolutely amazing.
If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
What's his problem there? It's a Saurian.
Oh wow, oh no!
Oh, poor guy, he had a broken heart.
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself.
Oh, I love these interactions so much.
Though I should mention, Mr. Kokuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
By sign, do they mean that they would just make him stamp his little feet on it? That it would be so adorable.
Sure thing, bro!
Oh, he's so happy. But this is all a bit strange, but they really are a great pair of awesome sorry.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Kinich tells Neuvillette and Wriothesley about Lepine Pauline finding the gun. Neuvillette makes inquiries with the relevant personnel, and sure enough they locate the box and the gun that Lepine Pauline spoke of.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lepine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
Oh, and it seems like it is loaded basically. With all that power in there?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
That goes for me too.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lepine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
Oh.
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from?
A couple of top bros from Natlan.
Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kokuku qualifies as a flying object.
He's literally a bird. Let birds fly. Forgot. What's their problem?
And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kakuku. Excited?
At least bring Ifa in. I can help pass a message on to his friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Don't mention it.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Am I supposed to do this? I opened it. Stash it away for now? Ah, okay, open it up and take a look. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so we opened it up and looks inside. Let's see.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Natland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
Interesting. When did he mention this?
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro!
The same might well be said for humankind. The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kakuku, was it not?
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you.
Okay, now it sounds to me like the old voice. Maybe there was just some microphone trouble in the first part? I don't know. Now it sounds to me like the normal voice of Wrightsley, like before.
So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Oh, poor Novilette, from Chief Justice to Translator. How the mighty fall.
Sure thing, bro!
Okay, perfect. Let's tell Ororon and Ifa how the situation is going. Oh, they've managed to pick up their things.
What's all that commotion?
She's saying the same thing as before, but the commotion is already done. Okay, let's go. We've already played for 1 hour. I'm sorry that I'm so slow.
Ororon, Ifa, we found Kakuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it?
There's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no.
Oh, poor Ifa.
When I saw that Kakuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Ifa. Maybe Kakuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Yes, why are they so awful to Ifa? Poor guy.
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Even had an interesting chat with some veritable VIPs.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You just have to wait a bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Yep.
Anyway, Ororon and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Alright, bro.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day!
Whirling Waltz Act 1 complete. An overnight Fantasyland. Okay. At least we finished one quest. I think that's pretty cool. Let's just skip to the next morning. Yeah.
It's been a few days. The ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kukuku's doing.
Okay. Phrases to say.
Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey, my little dudes! Good morning!
He's speaking so much. Morning, little dude.
Oh wow, Kukuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news though?
Oh, Paimon, do you want to be the only flying, talking thing? Or do you want, well, basically you and Ahau?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
They're making Kakuko all nice and proper.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
I think that means no.
Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Risley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan.
Angel?
He was dressed in the manner of the Children
Oh,
of
no.
Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler.
Okay.
Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
Oh, so he didn't actually have the intention to come to Fontaine. Whirling Waltz Act 2, a series of twists and turns start. Oh, little Ahau! So cute.
Boss, do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Oh no, I am not good at this.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Chahal Banokax. What's the other guy's name? Oh, I can throw things. Oh no. I throw it at the fart.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
I thought I would have to do far more sneaking around, but it was actually super easy. Also, I think that the aiming with the stones was much easier.
So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions.
What I was going to say, with the small stones that we throw for distraction, I think when I had to do it recently for the Mondstadt Steal the Holy Liar kind of quest, it was much more difficult. This one, it was very easy to control, so maybe they've improved it.
After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job, Kinich.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passers-by.
That's only natural, don't worry about it.
Yeah, Kinich, you did great!
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kukuku wants to chime in?
See, maybe it's just the microphone, but the voice just sounds a tiny little bit different. It's driving me crazy.
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Okay, about the suspicious aspect of his gun. It came from ancient Natlanese dragon ruins. This is a relic left behind by Natlan's ancient dragon civilization. It is a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. Okay. A lost object that was picked up. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet still it remains unreported and unclaimed. The box was buried amidst the junk. It doesn't seem like an accident. No, it's as if someone left it there on purpose. Bait? Why would someone just leave such a valuable antique out in the middle of nowhere? What's the plan for someone to come pick it up? Okay.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Yeah, they had hidden it, right? Who are they trying to fish for with that bait?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh wow, no way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases.
Okay, it's starting to get serious.
When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so...
Yeah, so what will happen to the person who is taken?
Does that mean they executed the hostage?
Okay. Well, let's not go so far. Paimon, stay calm. We haven't heard of any missing people.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
Probably. About the seller. About the transaction contents, about the seller. The gun was placed in a locked box and hidden away. Clearly, the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. About the buyer, we don't really know anything. After receiving the instructions, the buyer would have gone to the designated spot with the money to pick up the goods. To ensure they actually got paid, the seller would likely have been watching the buyer. About the goods. Okay. Before the buyer could show up, Lepine Pauline found the goods by chance while setting up the event venue. About the incomplete transaction. Due to the unexpected arrival of Film Fantasyland, the deal had to be called off. Yeah.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
Great job, Lepine Pauline.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us, post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself.
Ooh, so fancy.
Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Yeah, you shouldn't ask people for overtime.
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kniech.
How would a Hal feel being called a pet?
Speaking of pets...
Get out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku.
Oh, but I wanted to see how he stamps his little foot on his contract.
Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
Thank you. He's basically a bird. Yes, he's a saurian, but basically he's a bird. Please let birds fly whenever they want.
You're the
Oh.
Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Ifa and Ororon?
Has Paimon ever received such permission? By the way, I don't remember.
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
No problem. Let's keep in touch.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm so happy we get Novelette action again.
You know, all this has made me realize that I'd quite like to have a pet.
Ooh.
If that proves inconvenient within the fortress of Meripede, perhaps you should consider finding a place in the court of Fontaine.
That actually sounds like a good idea. In the past, I always dismissed the idea of buying a property in the city. The prophecy about the floods meant it never seemed like a worthwhile investment. But now...
This might be a good time for you to re-examine the documents I gave you regarding your title as Duke.
Huh?
Citizens with honorary titles are eligible for certain benefits when purchasing property in the court of Fontaine.
Really?
How about this? You read through your documents from start to finish, while I write up the lost and found notice.
I don't know why, but this sounds very funny to me. It's like Novelette will be, oh, you didn't read the sentence on paragraph number 3. You have to start again. So Wriothesley can buy a place in Fontaine. I mean, in the court of Fontaine. Interesting. I wonder if we'll get an update about this in like 5 years' time. Okay, let's return Kukuku to Ifa and reunite the two and see what Ifa thinks about Kukuku's new speech abilities. Oh, we can teleport. I forgot we ran to you there a few minutes half an hour ago. So now it turns out it's quite useful.
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Kukuku, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, other granny. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me!
Oh.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Kukuku has become even more adorable than before.
Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Where are they? Look, he's crying. I don't want to be so rude. Oh, sounds good to me.
Poor How. He spent all day being tormented by Ororon, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Yeah.
Ifa, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail? Even hear yourself?
That gra at the end is so adorable. Amidst the racket, you briefly explain what happened with Kukuku to Ifa and Ororon. Hearing that Kukuku now has permission to move around freely, a How's face goes even redder than before.
Don't lose hope, How. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
I wouldn't be so sure. A How looks very different from Kukuku. I don't know.
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Wouldn't they want to eat you too?
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Exactly what I said.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Yeah, also true.
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you?
One Kakuku delivered, as promised. Looks like we've managed to swap Saurians too.
Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Oh, look at the house, he's so sad. Getting picky now, huh? Well, Paimon wins my cuteness competition. Let's say the first one. I actually don't know who is the cutest from all three.
Thanks!
Wait, no matter what I choose, I still choose Paimon as the cutest? Oh, that's not fair.
Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Kakuku and Nahao. Paimon, I don't like this. Okay, let's talk to them.
So now that our crew's back together again, what's our next move? Oh, how about a game of rock, paper, scissors?
No chance. If I lose, we'll end up stuck in the room watching films all over again.
Nope. This time, we'll only watch a film if I lose instead.
That doesn't sound kind of fair.
Had enough too, huh?
For real now? Come on, bro!
Can we just ditch this whole leaving it all to chance thing? Why don't we take our fate into our own hands?
Aren't we doing that already? Rock, paper, scissors uses our hands.
Oh, Ororon, maybe you should meet Sino.
Don't know why you're laughing. You're stuck with paper every time.
Oh, he can't. Oh, poor Kakuku. Okay. Oh, we have to wait again.
Some found notices up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
So, what was I saying? Up until now, everything has been very funny, let's say it like this, but I haven't really seen anything of great interest. Let's go it like this. Very funny, very entertaining. I like the quest, but I want just a tiny bit more. I want the lore. I want the drama. Okay, let's see how the case is going.
Looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
And they think it's a good idea to knock like this on Novilette's door? Haven't they... Do they have any idea who Novilette is? Someone's knocking at the door. Please, anything but the Special Patrol. Someone's knocking at the door of the Udex. Who's gonna destroy them with the flick of his... of his fingers, but okay.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it out.
I didn't do a silly joke, I chose the calm and cool option. A guard from the Palais Mermonia carefully opens the door.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts and uncles.
And a familiar figure walks in. Is he the one who hit the weapon? Or is he just making jokes?
What in the Tevat are you doing here, Ororon?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kakuku's owner?
No.
One of his owners. Kind of.
No, definitely not.
But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Can't tell if he's being deadpan or deadly serious. Me neither.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich.
Somehow I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Excuse me, what are you making me read? I apologize for my grandson bursting in like this. What's with that Pauslo mean? Oh my god.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No need. Let's just get down to business, Ororon.
So, Ororon, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
Ororon carefully describes the lost item he's come to claim.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
From the style of the box to the gun itself, everything matches. Is arresting my dear grandson what it's come to?
Ororon, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Ifa?
Of course not. Ifa has his own gun.
Yeah. Ororon, tell us the truth. Otherwise, we're gonna have to arrest you for real.
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Eve and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Court of Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers. So he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
Uh-huh.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Can he at least tell us who that guy was?
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
He did have the Fontainian clothes, but we didn't see his face.
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Oh, Ororon.
Could it have been a disguise?
Possible?
Oh no. Ororon, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
How would he know this? Paimon, how the bad guy would know this? The only thing we need to do is to give the gun to Ororon and then follow him and get to that guy.
No way! I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Ifa and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
That's actually very smart of him.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Nicely done, bro.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Ifa is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
As Bookworm? Not really. I have never been there. As the traveler in my main account, yeah, you could say so.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Well, it's not just us. Kinich, Ororon, and Ifa too. Yeah, they're all pretty famous too.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Ororon to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Ororon to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet too, stay here for the time being.
Are you going to be Wriothesley, Ororon, and Paimon? That would be the weirdest combo ever.
We'll empty the box, give it to Ororon, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Okay. Being low-key has its advantages.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
I don't think that Ororon being himself is like the best thing ever, but okay. Oh, by the way, I think that in between quests I should have returned.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here.
I should have returned to
Ororon has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
I should have returned to the festival because maybe they had cameos that I've missed, but I guess now it's a bit late. Next time we have to change the time, we will definitely do that just in case. And let's see.
Ororon's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
Gliding? What? They disappeared?
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
I doubt that. What's happening?
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking!
Argentel?
Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
What does he have on his belt? Whoa. That's one of the best shots ever.
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
I would imagine so.
What the? This thing has a job? So in that land, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
Look at his little angry eyes. So adorable and angry at the same time.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
I like Master Kukuku.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Ororon actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier?
With Ororon, we never really know.
Interesting. I think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So, I got it. But I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Oh, that's heartless. The way he delivered it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
Oh.
His life hangs in the balance?
Is he? What's going on? Is he the one who is ransoming this for something else or someone else?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you.
Ororon is just pretending to be another character from a movie. Okay, okay. He's a great actor.
You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
So the most himself he can be is just pretend to be another character? Oh.
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
That sounds so cool.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price.
If you retrieve it from there, you should just get it for free.
Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Yep, he's quite smug.
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Not so smug anymore, are we?
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live.
Ooh, now that is where it gets scary for him, I guess.
Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr...
Please, just call me Argento.
Argento. Oh.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films?
Don't worry, Aurora. No. That's not what's going to happen.
Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. Out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
Wrightsley recounts what happened. It all makes perfect sense, but somehow it feels like Wrightsley has glossed over a lot of the bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money.
Interesting assessment, very thorough.
His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to.
Doesn't this sound a lot like Lepine Pauline? I mean, she literally put all her savings into that festival, and she needs the money for all her crazy ideas.
Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Yeah, and she just put all her money into that festival, so now she's at zero again. She needs the money. I don't know, I'm a little bit suspicious of her, don't you think so?
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
Leave it to us.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
Whirling Waltz Act 2 complete, a series of twists and turns. Okay, we have completed 2 acts today.
On the topic of kidnapping cases, how exactly do we define the subject of a kidnapping? According to the regulations, I mean. Aside from humans, do pets count? What about sentient non-human beings? Of course, melazines go without saying, but what about a being like Kakuku?
Kakuku na pink.
I am surprised that you are unfamiliar with the legal provisions on this matter.
If I knew all the laws like the back of my hand, I wouldn't have ended up in the fortress of Meripede, would I?
That is no laughing matter, Wriothesley.
Oh, Wriothesley. It has to be bad. Stealing others' pets, I bet that's also bad in Fontaine. We have them! Oh, that's so cool!
In a good mood, I see.
Yep. Seeing my dear vegetables all settled in right where they belong brings me great joy.
You sound like a proud parent. I'm happy for you, bro. But given how where they belong is inside a cooking pot, that kind of fills me with dread at the same time.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, bro.
The heck are you on about? Does this really seem like a good time for nice to meet you?
I guess he's referring to the meeting of the vegetables in the pot.
You got it, bro.
Honestly, right now, I'm not sure if I should be worrying about your definition of nice to meet you or investigating whether you and Kakuku share some kind of telepathic bond.
Picked us this morning. That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out.
Okay, let's go. Let's go to the Palais Marmonia. I think the previous main event was a bit better, to be honest. I mean, it's not bad, but it was funny at least.
Hey, everyone. We're not late, are we?
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
Staying busy keeps you sharp.
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
Have you started preparing?
We received word from Mr. Argenteau yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transaction. It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The film Fantasyland restaurant.
Please tell me it's not Escoffier. That would be very weird. Lepine Pauline is still a teeny tiny bit... just a tiny bit suspicious for me.
Oh, really? Huh. He sure does like that place.
But...
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area. The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom and the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevreuse of the Special Patrol, so I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts, then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lepine Pauline and Miss Navia.
Okay, so she's not the bad guy.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue is with Miss Escoffier.
She doesn't want to serve criminals. She wants to introduce them to her She wants to introduce them to her chopping board.
You know what? That might not be such a bad idea. All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes.
Is there anything I can do?
To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontanian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here. But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out.
Definitely.
Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything. Unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point.
You're getting involved too, Kinich?
Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
That's the Kinich we know and love!
The group go on to discuss the specifics of the operation, things to watch out for. For once, the conversation goes surprisingly smoothly, perhaps because Ahau and Kakuku aren't present. It's just as well, really. Things could have gotten awkward if Ahau showed up and started cursing out Novilette. We got a lot of Kakuku and Novilette action, but that would have been even more awesome. Ahau versus Novilette.
Well, that's enough of the small talk.
Do you think Ahau will be... Oh, I have met the truly almighty Dragon Lord. Now I am not so almighty anymore.
The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know.
But won't you just be watching Paimon?
And rooting for you. It's a very important job.
If you say so.
Alright, I'll head over to the venue now. Ahau's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later. See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
Whirling Waltz Act 3, the price of every price.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
Furina is here! Yes! Thanks in part, surely, to the undercover agents.
Traveler, Paimon's getting kinda hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
Paimon can't act out even this well. She literally says this all the time. It's the most natural thing for her to say. The guy with the case. That's got to be him. Alright, it's business time.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with...
You lousy swine!
Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
Quick, take a photo! After him!
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
Quick! Don't let him get away! Be careful!
Amazing!
Lowly worm! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fun? You
That's a wrap.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that! Such blatant disregard for human life. I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
Okay, there were so many things in that small clip. I didn't want to talk while it's going on because I really hate it when people talk while the cutscenes are going on. So I didn't say anything, but just very quickly while it's all still fresh in my mind. First of all, the way Wrightsley came, super cool. Awesome, absolutely awesome. The second thing, How and Kokoku were so cool. It was so awesome to see How getting some action and being integral to actually catching this criminal. And the last thing, Kinich looked very cool at the very end when he did his little bow. Yeah, that's the things that just popped up right away in my mind. There were so many little details as well. With Furina, it was super cute as well. Although there were many little things that I really liked in the cutscene, the whole thing was just, I hoped for just a tiny bit more. Yeah, that's exactly what the feeling I have. There were very cool things from time to time, but overall, I would have liked just a tiny bit more. I think this is kind of a recurring feeling in this main event quest, flagship event quest. I like it, but I wish there was just a bit more. Like, it's missing just this final piece for it to be super cool. I did not feel like this with the last flagship event. That one was awesome. I don't know what is my favorite flagship event, but the previous one with the Saurians is definitely one that is super high in the list. I have to make a list. But this one, I don't know. There's just that I enjoy it, but it's just a tiny bit more that I want out of it. Do you get the same feeling, or is it just me?
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Why, you... All right, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall.
You know, sometimes you gotta help your kids, other times you have to teach them a hard lesson.
Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that?
Maybe you should teach him better.
Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me.
I don't know how to feel about this guy.
You... Please, kid, I'm begging you. Help me.
Doesn't he know who Kinich is? How can he call him kid?
I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy.
Is that guy really from Natlan? Is he making up an act? He must know who Kinich is if... I don't know, there's something in him.
I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed! And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do?
I don't trust him.
Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Like, this looks a
Something
lot like acting, like...
to something wrong, Kanich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say.
Exactly.
Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
He's lying, he's lying. I had this feeling from the beginning.
First of all, are you really from Natlan?
Yeah, how can he not recognize Kinich? That's impossible. One of the heroes of Natlan? Yeah. Why is there a because I was thinking I'm in my main account and I have explored a lot and yeah, okay, well, yeah, let's return.
You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontainian, if you ask me.
What kind of logic is that? I can't explain. I actually grew up in...
Oh, this guy is digging his own grave, literally.
I don't want to hear another word. Ahau, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontainian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And you have your depraved ways to thank for that. Of course, I might be wrong.
Oh, Ahau went hard on him.
But does that matter? I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right?
That's right. It's been a while, Mr. Kinich. The Special Patrol will take this criminal off your hands now.
Many thanks.
Please, I should be the one thanking you for all the help you've given us.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
Let him meet Novilette, please. As you wish. My thanks to you and also to Mr. Kakuku for your show-stopping performances.
Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Are you okay, Kinich?
Don't worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seemed a little upset just now.
Little Kanich, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kanich, aren't ya? Aw, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic in public!
What are you on about?
Bad, Ahau. Bad.
Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers. They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get.
Oh, that's so pretty here.
They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost. In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it.
Kinich.
Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself. They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right. We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook.
Oh, that's so cute! Kinich is so super cute here with his little oh.
Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge.
Ah, this is an awesome shot as well. Look at the little Saurians. I get it.
Yeah, I believe you. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
See, this is the part I really liked. I wish more of the quest was like this. A bit too little too late. That's the kind of thing I get. It was not a bad quest. I'm not complaining about the quest. I'm just saying maybe just a tiny bit more. And I would have been very happy with it.
Yay! Traveler Kanichi, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away. She looked pretty pleased with herself.
Well, it did go smoother than expected. Our opponent was pretty weak.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve. Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently the Marisho say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern.
Judging by how fast the Duke took off, I'd say he was avoiding my camera. But I guess I'm used to that by now.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte.
It's fine, I got plenty of other great shots back there. More than enough for a front page spread. And on that note, this busy reporter needs to scoot. Those photos won't develop themselves.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that.
You can trust her judgment, Paimon. She's a professional photographer.
Yeah, you're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
Ahau bonked his head and started crying. Kinichi hit his head and I don't want to say any of that. That's so rude. Kinichi hit his head and started crying. Okay, I'll say Ahau.
What?
I'm sorry, Ahau. There's no option.
Rumors and slander!
I agree with you. The Traveler is very bad.
When have I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahulahau, ever sunk to such sniveling?
Often, actually.
Anyway, what's next?
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
Whirling Waltz Act 3 complete. The price of every price. I wish there was just a tiny bit more. That's the feeling I get. Okay, there is no one around here. I wish there were people coming all over the world to see this. I mean, playable characters basically. Like the potions event. Yeah, I've been comparing this event to the potions event all the time, haven't I? I'm sorry that I sound like a broken record. It's just I really like the potions event, okay? And when I saw that this event has this business thing, I hoped it would be something similar. But okay. Let's enjoy it for what it is and not pine about what it could have been. That never brings you any happiness. I want to speak with them.
Earlier on, that lady with the pink hair took a picture of Ahau and Kakuku together.
You sound a little disappointed. Were you hoping to be in it too?
I was at first. But after seeing how awkward Ahau looked, I figured I wouldn't really fit in.
And you didn't think of sharing this any sooner? I'd have cuddled your neck and smiled for the camera! Anything to get out of being in the same frame as that thing!
Really? Well, no worries, you still can. Come here, give us a hug.
I hope your face is ready, because it's about to get flame roasted! I got your back, bro!
Kanich, have you thought about maybe ditching that little rascal? Leaving him here for good when you leave?
That's so bad to a How.
I have. But given that a How's also an old relic, that would probably count as international smuggling.
Oh, that is so... I feel a bit bad for a How.
I can't bring myself to knowingly break the law.
Guess we all have our problems in life.
Come on.
Okay.
Can I go take a look? Now that things have reached this point, we should add...
A pinch of salt?
a dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Huh? You two aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Pepper sounds a bit out of place in a dessert.
Not desserts.
Oh, we're talking about the script.
Eh?
Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper, leaving them sneezing in surprise. Achoo!
That was the cutest achoo I've heard in my whole life. But I don't get it. Sorry, it was cute, but I don't get it. Sneezing in surprise? Is there such an expression?
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be used in perfumes. Perhaps I could find a way to make it work in desserts too.
Please no. Please no.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Why is she so happy about it? I am flabbergasted.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well!
A bit too well.
I'm struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
It won't be... I don't think it would be nice. No.
Well, well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake?
Yes, and she's peppering in some new ideas.
Oh, how exciting! When it's ready, do let me know. I'd love to try it.
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Why shouldn't they be? When your hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate. It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the filling you please.
See, now that sounds more my alley.
After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons.
Actually, do you remember that there was a small web event where you had to make macarons? I think I made them without sugar. And Navia was not happy about that at all.
Pile on the sugar!
I love this. Look at them with the little stars in their eyes.
Pile on the sugar!
Oh, Lupin Pauline.
And why are we piling on the sugar?
Lupin Pauline, you're here! Is it ready?
Is what ready?
Of course! It all went according to plan.
Okay.
Huh? Were you off on some kind of important task?
Yeah, I want to know too.
I was indeed. Please accept this.
What's this? Oh, that's so cute. Where is Oxygen is there? Oh, that's so cute. Look at the little blubber beast. Oh, that's the cutest thing ever. Look at it.
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together too.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lapine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all. But we all did our best to leave our own marks too.
That's right!
And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my portrait!
Oh, why do I want to do that? I don't want to do that. Awesome, fancy a white one, or splendiferous, fancy a red one? That's one thing I hadn't really thought about in my life. I don't know how I have never thought about this, but what mustache will look better on Freedom? Let's go with the red one for contrast. Splendiferous, fancy a red one?
Bolognese sauce flavor. Well, that sure counts as a surprise twist. You win this round.
I won. Look at this. Oh god. Okay, that was a surprise.
Alright then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you like.
I didn't do that even on my textbooks when it was very, very common to do at school when I was little. I don't know why I have to do it now.
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Yeah.
Great! Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax. Forget about work and just enjoy the park.
Okay.